Dr. Pilani back for a very in-demand podcast. Are hair loss problems increasing?
For sure, a lot of patients in their 20s have started facing baldness, hair thinning. Genetics has loaded the gun, but the lifestyle has pulled the trigger.
This is something that a lot of young people don't know. The red flags when it comes to hair is excessive heat and excessive chemicals.
People also aggressively rub the towel on a wet hair. They'll immediately comb with a fine tooth comb. All these things, it will cause a damage. And that is then eventually because it leads to baldness.
Of the 100% of women that exist in the world, how many of those 100 would be having hair thinning related issues?
For sure, more than 50% would be facing hair thinning issue at some point of time.
Have you seen this clip?
This is a wrong beard transplant done. 95% of my cases are wrongly done transplant. I have a vertical known as edit where I just correct the surgeries.
What's the common mistake you see in all these cases? As a hair doctor, can you give us a shampoo shopping guide?
So shampooing, people have this fear that more shampooing causes hair loss. What happens is,
Wow. Any shopping guides related to hair serums?
any serum or anything, if claims it is for your hair fall or new hair growth, don't go with that. A lot of people now fill online forms, get a medicine kit which is combined with medicine, shampoos, conditioners, promoted by good celebrities. They might have not even used it. That creates an high expectation from an individual, which is not practically possible. Every body, every biology is different.
जहाँ पैसे वहाँ scam. How would you describe the psychological issues that people face with hair thinning?
It isn't only cosmetic issue, it's a lot deeper and it's very emotional. As outsiders, we may not realize, but I've also seen personalities changing. The way you interact with people, your energy, there are a lot of things that shift.
दोस्तों मेरे मुताबिक अकॉर्डिंग टू मी ये भारत के टॉप hair doctors hai. They're known for their hair transplants. People come from all over the world for their hair transplants to Dr. Abhishek and Dr. Priyanka Pilani. But आज के एपिसोड में हमने बस बात करी है hair care के बारे में in the long term. So whether you're a man or a woman, irrespective of your age, इस वाले एपिसोड से आप हेयर के बारे में A to Z सब कुछ जान लोगे. Watch it patiently. Scientific hair care advice with two of the best hair doctors in the world, honestly. It's Dr. Abhishek and Dr. Priyanka who return on TRS. Dr. Pilani back for a very in-demand podcast because it seems like hair loss related problems are much more common than I thought.
Very happy to be here, just to see if I can pass some knowledge to the viewers and if they are helpful for them.
You're looking great as usual.
Thank you so much.
Are hair loss problems increasing? That's what it seems like.
For sure. I've been into practice for almost 11-12 years now. And a decade before, what I used to see was a lot of patients in their 30s, 40s used to come with these kind of baldness, hair thinning and everything. Now, I can say this with authority that the trend has changed completely. A lot of patients in their 20s, 21, 22 have started facing baldness, hair thinning, miniaturization. I would say the genetics has not changed. The biology is same. It is because of the hormone, more sensitive genetics, predisposition to DHT, dihydrotestosterone. But the lifestyle has changed a lot.
So the reason hair loss issues are increasing is because lifestyles have gotten bad?
100%. Everything, right from the stress, cortisol, poor nutrition, poor sleep, alcohol, smoking, hormonal imbalances, all these collectively for sure is accelerating the process. So I would say ki genetics has loaded the gun, but the lifestyle has pulled the trigger.
You know? Do you think our parents' generation was just healthier because the world was a less stressed out place?
100%. I'll not say less stressed out. The way they used to manage stress was different for sure. People are very, very aggressive, very, I'll say very, very anxious about it nowadays. And that has started triggering, and also the entire lifestyle has changed completely. Poor sleep habits, late nights, blue lights, improper sleep balance, all these things have started affecting. It's not only hair, the entire body. We started seeing so many health conditions at younger generations now.
I want to dive straight into this hair problems related episode, and I'm going to throw a lot of quick fire questions at you. I'm hoping that by the end of this episode, anyone who's dealing with hair loss problems gets to know the 101 on how to get out of it.
I'll make sure that they understand what is hair, basics at least.
Okay. Let's talk about home remedies.
See, home remedies, I'll tell you, a lot of options are there on the internet, but just to tell you a daily good hair care routine, 3 things very important. We have to maintain the scalp hygiene, the follicular strength, and the integrity of the follicle.
So, hygiene,
Strength, and the integrity of the hair, the tensile strength, the easy breakage, what we see, a lot of dry frizzy hair and everything. It's all because of the daily routine.
I'm assuming it's called integrity because if a human is healthy, their hair behaves and characterizes a certain way.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
And if you're unhealthy, then the texture of the hair, the strength of the
entire
hair.
thing. So basically, we have this quote that whatever is internally in your body will reflect on your skin and hair. For sure.
Okay. Now go on. Sorry.
So daily routine, primarily shampooing, conditioning and all those things. So shampooing, people have this fear that more shampooing causes hair loss, right? What happens is your hair has different phases. One is a shedding phase, which on a daily routine, every individual faces 50 to 100 hair fall in a day, right? When you don't wash it for 4-5 days, when you start washing after 4-5 days, after shampooing, you see a bunch of hair in the sink, and that creates a panic that because of shampoo, you started losing hair. Ideally, it is the normal shedded hair which is there, and because you washed, it came out together. So ideally, you should shampoo it almost 4 to 5 times in a week with a pH balanced shampoo. What you should avoid in shampooing is you should see for the chemicals, harsh chemicals like sulfates, parabens, formaldehyde, preservatives. All these will make your hair dry, frizzy and everything. Conditioning.
One second, doc. As a hair doctor, can you give us a shampoo shopping guide?
Yeah. So shampoo, anything which suits your hair, which is a good pH balanced shampoo, but at the same time, understanding your scalp condition. Some may have dry hair, some may have frizzy hair, some may have oily scalp. Oily scalp with a lot of dandruff may require more frequent shampooing. Otherwise, you can do it 3 to 4 times in a week.
So rule 1 is you find the shampoo that suits your hair.
Right.
And that's different for everyone.
For everyone. Second thing is the harsh chemicals in the shampoo, high sulfate content, which is for foaming, high preservatives, parabens, high formaldehyde containing preservatives, all these needs to be avoided for a daily use.
So you turn the shampoo around and look out for these
for the
chemical
contents.
Okay.
Right? Second is conditioning. People have this in mind that conditioner causes hair loss. So basically shampoo is clearing the oil, the dust, the microorganisms on your scalp, maintaining the scalp hygiene. Conditioner is sealing the cuticle of your hair. So it helps in moisturizing, the hair follicle.
As in the body of the hair?
Body of the hair. It's sealing the cuticles, sealing the body of the hair. It's protecting, making it look more healthier, shinier. And it's not for the scalp base, it is for the strand of the hair.
Okay.
So conditioning after shampooing is a good thing rather than making your hair more dry, more brittle and easy to break.
So you're saying you wash it 4 to 5 times a week with shampoo?
With conditioner.
And after the shampoo, you can use a conditioner?
Use a conditioner on the strands of the hair, let it be for 2 to 3 minutes and rinse it with water.
But should everyone be using conditioner?
Mostly, yes.
Yes. Who should not?
I don't see anyone who shouldn't be using on the scalp.
Okay. As in, when you're applying it,
applying on the hair strands.
Okay. Because it's oil-based and it'll block your scalp.
It is not that oil-based. It is just not meant to be on the scalp. It has to cover the entire hair strand and seal it so that there is less exposure to external environment and it moisturizes your hair in a good way.
Okay. I'm just going to recap a little bit. So the shampoo is for the body of the hair and the scalp. Because it just cleans up
the entire thing, the oil, microorganisms, everything.
And you can use a shampoo 4 to 5 times a week.
Yes.
You need to find a shampoo that suits your hair type and your scalp. And you should look out for certain ingredients in the shampoo and avoid those shampoos.
Perfect.
Sulfates,
parabens, formaldehydes, dry alcohol, all these things.
Okay. And you're saying that every time you shampoo your hair, you should also condition it.
Right.
Okay. This is a healthy hair care
routine.
Or kuch?
Now this is just basic cosmetically, externally. Internally, a good sleep, control your stress and cortisol levels, a good nutrition. Your hair is made up of keratins and vitamins and everything, so you need proteins. So you need to have a good internal diet which is filled with proteins, good amino acids, good multivitamins and everything. Next is avoid external excessive damaging, excessive blow drying, excessive chemicals applied. All these things need to be avoided. And this is the basic routine what I'll suggest for any individual.
Okay. So you're saying the red flags when it comes to hair is excessive heat
Yeah.
and excessive chemicals.
Yeah, excessive heat, excessive chemicals.
I think this is something that a lot of young people don't know.
Yes.
So when we're talking about excessive heat, the common one is blow drying.
Blow drying, straightening, people use as girls normally on an everyday basis. They're using a straightener, a styling hair product or everything. All these things are chemically externally damaging your hair for sure.
Okay. What happens when you blow dry your hair?
See, blow dry your hair, it's with the heat what is created within your styling your hair with a blow dryer. I'll suggest you should use a heat protectant spray if you're doing it very frequently, so that can at least control the damage which is happening. Finally, it's damaging at any cost, but need to control it as much as possible. People also have this habit of rubbing aggressively after a wet hair. On a wet hair, they'll aggressively rub the towel. They'll immediately comb with a fine tooth comb. All these things, because once your hair is wet, it's very fragile. You have to be very cautious about these things. Make it slow, go it slow, and it will surely help you in that.
Okay. So this same logic of avoiding blow drying regularly, you avoid straightening regularly for the same reason.
Yeah.
Because if you apply heat on the hair body, it will
breaks the
damage.
protein damage. It will break the entire shaft and it will cause a damage.
Okay. And when you're saying chemical application, what do you mean?
It's chemical straightening gels, sprays, hair wax gels, everything. All these things are externally chemically damaging your hair for sure.
But what is the exact damage? Like what happens?
See, any damage which is happening on your hair, skin or internally is an eventual process which builds up over a time, right? So it's not one day you apply and you'll be damaged, but eventually it's damaging. It's breaking the bond. It's making your hair more fragile. You'll start seeing the growth phase of hair will be shortened. It will start shedding more fast. It will start thinning more fast. And that is then eventual process which leads to baldness.
But this process of hair thinning, it acts out as warnings, right? Like you'll gradually see it building up.
It is a gradual process. People don't even realize the thinning has started. And after 3-4 years, people suddenly come that overnight, last 3 months, 6 months, I started balding. That's not the process. It's started long back, but we don't notice it.
What are the signs to catch?
On signs of catching, so I will discuss this, and I'm sure after this, every single individual will understand what is it. So baldness, medically, scientifically, is categorized into 7 grades of baldness with Norwood scale, right? Grade 1 is slight temple recession. You'll just see mild recession in the temples and start seeing more hair fall on a daily basis. Like 50 to 100 in a day is normal. But if you can count that, I'm sure it's much more is happening. Grade 2 is the temple recedes further and you start creating a M shape on your face, the hairline, the temple recession on it.
Grade 2 is visually you can see.
Visually you can see.
Let's talk a little bit about grade 1.
Yeah.
Because I think this is the one that gets ignored.
Right.
So you're saying that you actually started losing hair.
Yeah. You start seeing more, the hair cycle is shortened. So the hair fall increases. Normal 50 to 100 is a normal fall for any individual. But if it's more than 150, 200, 250, then yeah, you started experiencing thinning.
But you can't count.
You cannot count it, but you start noticing on the pillow cover, you start noticing on your shirts, you start noticing more frequent hair fall. You see the difference.
Okay. Do you think relatives play a role here in pointing it out that, hey, something's happening?
Relatives, friends will only put a point in grade 3, grade 4 because that's visible.
Wow.
This is something you will only experience it.
This is individual adult education.
Yes.
Okay. So, say when you wake up in the morning, turn around. If there's too much hair fall, that's a sign.
That's a sign.
And in the shower, when you're having a bath.
If you're having it frequently and still you're having bunch of hair every day, it can be a sign.
Okay. Now let's go to grade 2.
So grade 2 is, as I said, the temple recedes further. There is a M shape created on the face. Grade 3 is you start observing a bald spot in the crown. Okay. So it's like from here it starts receding and from the crown it starts progressing, right? Grade 4, the crown part will start expanding. The temples will start receding further, intending to merge together. But still, a thick band of hair would always be there present in between. Grade 5 is this thick band of hair also starts thinning. Okay. And grade 6 is when this has merged completely, you lose hair completely. And last is grade 7, where you have only sides and back in a horseshoe shape pattern.
Why is the speed of this progression different for different guys?
As I mentioned earlier, it is the lifestyle. See, it is a person must be genetically predisposed for baldness. Not only on the father's side, maternal, paternal, uncles, aunties, grandparents, anyone. It's a polygenetic. It cannot. People come to me saying that my father has very good hair. I'm facing baldness at an early age. There can be a grandparent having baldness from the mother's side or father's side. So it's a multiple issue and then accelerated by all the lifestyle factors.
You think baldness can skip a generation?
For sure.
You've seen this happen?
Yes, it's very, very much possible.
Okay. If someone's father started balding at 40, are there chances that the son can bald at 18?
Yes. I've
Because
seen a
of
lot of
lifestyle.
cases. Because of the lifestyle factors, what I already discussed, this is happening very frequently.
How many patients have you treated?
At the clinic, we've treated more than 25,000 patients, but personally, where I've operated, must be more than 5,500, 6,000.
Okay. Can you give some strange observations you've made from this genetic standpoint? Like, what are some weird things you've learned as a doctor through your experience?
So majorly, I practice is a transplant procedure. So as a doctor, because I've been doing the procedure day in, day out, I keep learning on the procedure. How can we enhance the result? How can we make it look more natural? How can we preserve the donor area? When I explain transplant, you'll understand that. But yeah, these all things we keep evaluating ourselves and keep learning. Only change what we've seen over last 2-3 years, I'll say, a lot of people in the younger generation are going completely grade 5, grade 6, grade 7 bald. And that is a huge impact which is coming.
At what age?
18, 19. Imagine a person at 18, 19 going grade 7 bald.
Do guys come up to you and cry?
A lot. A lot of people are restricted with multiple things, attending family functions or marriage or going out. A lot of incidences happen.
The younger guys, I just want to say, chill out. Science exists, doctors exist.
100%. There's solution for everything related to hair, that I can assure.
Okay. Back to the hair theory. Is it true that straight hair is more prone to falling off?
Not at all. No, neither straight nor curly. The entire process of hair fall, thinning, and baldness goes back to the hormonal state, the genetic DHT attachment miniaturization. Curly hair may be because of the curls. It's easily breakable. It is more fragile. While combing and everything, if you're not cautious, it may break more, but it will not cause the damage to the follicular root.
Little bit have to take you back to medical school.
Yes.
Okay. I would love for you briefly to explain what testosterone is.
So basically, testosterone, androgen is your male bucket of hormone, which produces testosterone, which is again known as a male hormone. Now, testosterone is converted to a more potent dihydrotestosterone by an enzyme 5-alpha reductase.
For a healthy man, it's good to have good test levels.
Yes. For a healthy man, it is required to have a good testosterone levels for everything related to planning a family and everything going that side.
Long-term health,
Long-term
longevity,
health.
strength,
Yeah.
all that.
People started doing hormone replacement therapies, adding testosterone injections for more longevity, staying more, I'll say, to do their muscle work and everything. It's required.
Okay. Now, what is DHT and how is it linked to testosterone?
So DHT is an active, more potent form of testosterone, which in context with hair, it attaches to the hair follicle because there are DHT receptors on the follicle, while this hormone attaches to the follicle, it causes miniaturization of the hair.
One second. Sorry. I'll have to simplify.
Yeah, please.
Basically, any hormone in the human body works like a lock and key system.
Right.
So when we say, okay, you have more testosterone, for the testosterone to work, it has to combine with a receptor.
For a testosterone gets activated to dihydrotestosterone, that has to combine with the receptor to cause the thinning.
Well, so when you're saying that, hey, I have high testosterone, for testosterone to work, even for your muscles and all that, like for your sexual health, it has to first convert into DHT?
No. Testosterone itself will work for the other things. Okay. For the hair miniaturization, it gets converted to a DHT and then DHT attaches to the follicle, which causes thinning.
Okay. So your testosterone in your body is used for multiple things?
Multiple things, for your sexual, for your muscle power, everything.
Okay. But testosterone inside your body may convert to something called DHT.
Right.
Now your hair follicles have the DHT receptors.
Right.
And DHT will combine with the DHT receptors, and that accelerates hair thinning.
Right. That causes the hair thinning, shortens the hair cycle, and you see a thick follicle going to a phase because it's not completing its entire cycle of growth phase. Before that, it falls out, thins out, and goes to a balding phase.
Okay, now there is two guys. One guy is like me, and fortunately, my genetics on all sides are all about thick hair.
Thick hair.
Okay, someone else doesn't have genetics for thick hair, but they have genetics for balding.
Right.
What is the difference in the DHT situation?
So basically, it is a genetically predisposition. Someone who's having a good genetics, who's not towards the thinning phase, will not have a effect even if the testosterone is higher than someone else. And someone having a low testosterone and is highly genetically predisposed will have hair thinning and baldness.
Do you think someone like me with a decent hairline has lesser DHT receptors in the follicle?
No, it is the lesser genetic sensitivity to those receptors, to those hormones.
So even if the DHT acts up in my bloodstream, I
You
won't.
will not have that.
Okay. And this is just purely luck, genetics.
Genetics luck.
Okay. Okay. Let's get back. Just wanted to understand DHT a little more.
Okay.
So say if you are prone to balding, then if you're doing activities that boost your testosterone levels like lifting weights, playing sports, does your balding also get accelerated?
No. Unless you are not genetically predisposed, it will not. If you are genetically and you start taking more hormonal tablets, growth hormones, testosterone and everything, it is for sure you're creating a more bucket for formation of DHT and affecting it fast.
You're talking about steroids.
Everything. No, not steroids only, but yes, testosterone, growth hormones and everything.
Okay.
Classified as.
Okay. So you're effectively saying that if your lifestyle is bad, that's what makes you more prone to.
Lifestyle, genetic predisposition, and then these are additional factors. You are just pushing it faster.
Okay. And with these young people, you see them going for this fake testosterone, steroids and all more?
Unlikely, but a lot of young, like 18, 19, 20, 21, these people have other lifestyle factors, what we discussed before, which is aggravating it.
Like?
The
Smoking,
lifestyle, smoking, drinking, eating habits, poor nutrition, sleep.
The same basics.
The
we go
same,
back.
same. It's very, very basic. The hair is very, very basic. Skin is very basic. You just need to maintain a healthy lifestyle. You will see the difference.
Technically, you're a dermat, right? So I'm sure you've also treated people for pimples and all this. If you actually go down the layers of pimples, it boils down to these same factors.
Everything. So everything, skin and hair. That's what I said. Skin and hair is a reflection of your internal body.
Skin and hair are linked together.
Yeah.
Like if you have some skin problems, it will also reflect on your hair.
No. Any internal problems may reflect in a different way on the skin. Any internal problems may reflect in a different way on your hair.
Okay, got it. Now, one surface level question. Okay. I want a bathing guide from a hair doctor, especially when it comes to it. Because there's all these theories like don't have a hot shower, only have cold showers. Vagera.
Avoid hot shower, but you can have a lukewarm water because extreme hot will again strip off the entire proteins from the hair shaft, make your hair more dry, make your hair feel more dehydrated and frizzy for sure.
Do you think I could wear a hair cap or something and then have a hot shower? That's fine.
That's fine. It's not getting in contact directly, then it's not a problem. But otherwise also I'll prefer washing your scalp at least 4 to 5 times in a week.
Okay. With lukewarm water.
With lukewarm water and a good shampoo and a conditioner.
Got it. Okay. And once your hair is washed, say you've used the shampoo once, I've read that you also need to towel dry your hair and then put conditioner. Is that true?
Not required. Once you shampoo it, wash it, apply a conditioner, leave it for 2 to 3 minutes and wash it. Rinse it with water.
Okay. So now it's washed.
Yeah.
You've had a bath. What about the towel?
Now towel dry it very, very softly, I'll say, not aggressively. Use a wide tooth comb. Yeah, just towel dab the area and dry it. Let it be. Don't use dryers or not required to aggressively rub the scalp. Just use normal towel dry and use a wide tooth comb if you have to style your hair or make it. That's it.
I mean, does combing your hair positively affect your scalp?
See, positive people have this theory when you're combing it with pressure, there is a possibility of increasing the blood circulation because of massaging your scalp skin and there are dilated capillaries over there. But otherwise, when the hair is wet, you shouldn't be using a comb immediately because the hair is very fragile. It will cause breakage.
Okay. So you dab it.
Relax and then just style your hair, comb your hair with a wide tooth comb, preferably.
Okay. Anything else? Like a hair serum? That's a thing now.
Hair serum can be used. It protects you from the external dust, from the external pollution, toxins. Right nowadays, the pollution toxins are extremely high across in metro cities specifically. So it damages your hair.
So
it causes inflammation.
Would you say for city boys and girls,
Yes,
using
yes,
a hair
use
serum is
serum
good?
is good. It protects your hair. It forms a layer around your hair to at least protect it for a time.
Okay. And any shopping guides related to hair serums?
Any serum or anything, if claims it is for your hair fall or new hair growth, don't go with that. It's just a normal serum protecting your hair from the daily damages happening.
Okay. And you can use it every day?
You can use it.
Okay. And same rule that you don't apply it on your
The
scalp?
on the shaft.
Okay. Cool. Would you suggest having 2 baths a day?
It's good. I prefer.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's good for your body. With the kind of external environment is there, you feel much better.
Something that I've seen compounds a lot is male hygiene. You know,
Yeah.
if you're a hygienic guy through your 20s, it compounds in your 30s.
True.
Not just for the physical aspect, but I feel you live a simpler life. You live a more minimal life. When I welcome guests into my house, everyone notices the hygiene.
Right.
And I feel it also helps you with clear thinking.
100%. 100%.
Right?
That's a spiritual side for sure. You feel better, you think better.
There's got to be something related between male hygiene and career success, because I've seen that all my successful male friends are also extremely hygienic, and you always see this as a commonality without fail.
Possible.
Right?
Possible.
I mean, girls
Not
also
thought in that side.
girls also notice good hygiene.
Girls notice good hygiene for sure.
I almost think it's a responsibility for man to be more hygienic.
It is a responsibility for everyone to be more hygienic. You're taking care of a lot of things.
Okay. Because we've spoken so much about
Baldness.
scalp
Yeah.
and the hygiene of your head hair, is there something like beard hygiene?
Yes, for sure.
You want to just like talk about that also a little bit?
Beard hygiene again also similarly, you need to keep it fresh, you need to keep trimming, you need to wash it, because there are possible chances people having seborrheic dermatitis like dandruff on the scalp will settle down on your face. You'll not realize you'll have underlying dermatitis conditions which go unnoticed for long periods because people don't shave, don't beard. So maintaining a beard hygiene is equally important similarly.
But what do? You just wash it with
Just wash it normal.
normal shampoo is
Yeah,
fine?
normal shampoo is fine.
But you can use it on your face?
Yes.
There's
Normal
no problem.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Can you use a shampoo as a body wash?
If you want to, you can. Most of the components are same, but it doesn't make sense. You need a more, I'll say, you need something which is more harsh on your skin, because scalp skin is different, scalp hair is different. So it will be more concentrated with other compounds to cleanse your skin better way.
Okay. Do you meet any weird patients with weird experiences?
Weird, a lot of patients. See, these are all aesthetic things. So a lot of patients come with weird expectations. Having a person having a head full of hair would also want to change their hairline, change the direction of the hairline. When we create a bald person comes for a transplant, they'll come with a specific celebrity or a sports person. I need something like this, some hairline like this, which doesn't suit everyone, because someone who's having a round face, having a hairline like Virat Kohli will not make sense. It will make look more uglier. So it's better to design as per the patient's requirement, their face symmetry, their age, everything needs to be considered.
Okay. I'm going to take my own free of cost consultation now.
Anytime.
I was contemplating growing my hair long, but I have curly hair. Like right now it's styled,
Yeah.
so it looks straight, but it's like a jufro.
Okay.
Okay, so someone suggested that I go get a keratin treatment done on my hair. As a doctor, do you suggest a keratin treatment for me?
As a doctor, I'll not suggest any of the chemical treatments happening. Botox, keratin, all these are very, very commonly done. But Botox, hair Botox, what is very commonly done, would be a bit safer than a hair keratin. So just to say Botox is not the actual Botox, it's a misnomer. Botox is botulinum toxin, what we use for wrinkles and fine lines and everything. This is just a conditioning, deep conditioning for your hair, which surrounds the hair follicle with proteins, amino acids and everything. It helps you keep your hair a bit straighter for maybe 2 to 3 months.
And then
but it's chemical free. You have to redo it. And keratin is something which will last a bit longer, but it is using keratin, it's using formaldehyde or formaldehyde like material to straighten it, iron it. So the formaldehyde itself is damaging for your eyes, for your respiratory tract, and long-term health effects. So preferable, if you're wanting to do something, then Botox is hair Botox would be a better option than hair keratin.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but when I was researching on whether or not to do the keratin treatment, I read that formaldehyde that they use in the keratin treatment is carcinogenic if it's in your environment.
Yes, for a long period, inhaled for a multiple time. That's the reason mostly the salon people who are doing it has to be more cautious.
Wow. Like the practitioners in the salon.
Yes. Because they are doing it more frequently. You might get exposed once in a while, but they are doing it more frequently. Any which ways, inhaling such gases are harmful for everyone.
Okay, cool. At this point, I would actually like to bring in some viral hair content pieces from the
Sure.
internet, and I'd love your medical opinion.
Sure.
Okay. So we've not really addressed women on this one, but that's Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah.
Personally, irrespective of what is said about this couple, I really respect them and appreciate them for everything they've done.
100%.
I believe she's been very public with her alopecia.
Yeah, areata. So basically, alopecia areata is a condition. It's an autoimmune condition. Basically, medically, I'll say your body reacts against your own cells. It rejects your own cells.
Like autoimmune?
Autoimmune condition. So that's the reason people feel it is not something which is acquired from someone. It is your condition, and it may get triggered with stress or other internal body issues. But it's most of the alopecia conditions are controllable.
Okay, but it's genetic.
It's not genetic. It's an autoimmune condition. There's a possibility no one in the family has it and you get it.
That's true for all autoimmune diseases.
Mostly, yeah.
So, like people, I think lupus is a common one, right?
Lupus is very common. This is skin condition with a lot of internal physical health.
Doc, I see a lot more autoimmune stuff around me now than I did 10 years ago. I don't know whether it's because I'm 32 and things kick in their 30s or...
See, there are two things. What I feel now because of the awareness, because of the access to the news across, because of social media, and also the adulteration of the entire environment and the lifestyle. Everything. Heart attacks, 10 years back, I don't think so. In 20s, 30s, we were scared ki heart attack. But now we start seeing a lot of people over there. So every health condition is getting accelerated because of this.
Would you say that this alopecia that Jada Pinkett Smith has, this is the most common women's hair problem?
No. Very
No?
common. This is not even... I'll say it's a very minimal, which is just because of a celebrity it gets hype. But yeah, it's there, but it's not that common.
Okay.
Normal female would go through a same phase of male pattern baldness, but a diffuse thinning, not a complete bald patch, but a diffuse thinning which starts showing up on the scalp because of multiple hormonal issues. Majorly, you'll see it immediately post pregnancy. You'll see a lot of people having PCOS, thyroid issues, perimenopausal. All these things affect because the hormonal imbalance is happening.
Okay. So, of the 100% of women that exist in the world, how many of those 100 would be having hair thinning related issues?
See, I'll not have the exact numbers, but for sure more than 50% would be facing hair thinning issue at some point of time.
Okay.
For
Because,
sure.
as a guy, when you think of hair thinning, you only think of other guys. You don't really think of girls.
You'll not think because in a guy you see a baldness which is very evident. In a female, it is not evident. It's not a bald patch. It's a scalp thinning in the center. And now in a female, you can easily camouflage and hide it, but internally they get affected for sure.
So the game plan is the same. You just take care of your hair and your lifestyle. Okay. Any tips for new mothers who are dealing with hair thinning?
See, any new mothers, so when a female is pregnant, they are in a protective mechanism to protect the baby inside. So the hormones are in that way. Once they deliver, the hormones which are protecting you changes to completely. There's a loss of estrogen and everything. That causes immediately after 2-3 months postpartum, you see a lot of hair fall happening. And during pregnancy, women will always comment that we had very healthy, luscious hair during the pregnancy period. So that's a hormonal change. Just maintain it with proper diet, proper sleep, proper exercises, everything, and it will stay. It's a smaller phase. It's a phase of telogen. Only thing when it gets continued for a longer period, there's thinning which actually sets in.
What is longer period?
More than 2-3 months, more than 4 to 5 months, I'll say. If it is continued for excessive hair fall, see a dermat, see what needs to be done. If there are any deficiencies on your body, needs to be corrected.
Do you think a woman's scalp is most prone to hair thinning post-pregnancy?
Post-pregnancy, PCOS, menopausal, all these are same hormonal issues. Your protective women hormone, the estrogen goes down in all these things.
You see a lot of cases of older women who are dealing with menopause.
Yeah.
So then what do you have to do in that case?
We have to see what is the way we can help in sustaining the hair for a longer period and maintain the thickness and the quality of the hair. Depending on so all other additional factors like diet, protein, nutrition, everything needs to be measured properly. Then there are other non-surgical therapies also available which helps in sustaining the hair follicle in a better way. like PRPs, QR678, exosomes. All these therapies are available, designed specifically for individual patients.
Okay. PRP is place.
PRP is basically platelet-rich plasma. It's your own blood. We take your blood, separate the highly concentrated platelets, which has good growth factors, which gives more sustainability to the hair, to the internal damage happening.
Okay. And you inject it back in.
Inject on the scalp back.
Painful?
Not really.
Easy?
Yeah, 30 seconds to a minute.
Okay.
That's it.
And this is a scientifically proved technique.
Yes,
And
yes. It gives a good quantity of growth factors, such as multiple other therapies, which are the exosomes, which are recently, these are nanovesicles which reactivate your dormant follicles. All these theories are there, but used in a customized, tailored approach to an individual patient is what is required. Everything cannot be given to everyone. Every treatment will not work with everyone.
little whack question for you, okay? The one thing I know for sure is that the world is becoming more and more bald. Okay, now I don't know whether this is because of genetics or lifestyle or whatever. So I often think about my children, and I'm pretty sure they'll face balding by the time they're 25, 30.
Depends on the genetics. The one you marry, what genetics she carries, what you carry, all these genetics mixing and matching, and the lifestyle. Everything will play a role eventually also.
Okay. But I also know that biotech is evolving very quickly. So in 25 years, while balding becomes a very normalized thing, I also think the
Solution will be much, much better. There are new molecules coming actively, though not as per what is shown on Instagram, but there's a molecule PP405. So it doesn't act like a minoxidil vasodilator or a finasteride. It reactivates the dormant follicle. It's a messenger which reactivates your cells which are dying, which are sleeping, I'll say, in a layman's term. Seen good results, safety wise good. In almost 30% of the patients, they could see a good 20% hair growth in 4 to 8 weeks. Improvement in the hair density. What Instagram shows is like in 8 weeks, a grade 7 bald gets a head full of hair. That's AI generated. That's not possible. In adjuvant with other treatments where we want to avoid hormonal tablets or anything, this would be a good option. But such many more things would come into practice.
The deal with new technologies when it comes to biotech, I believe, is that they need to be studied a lot for their safety and long-term side effects.
Yeah, so any new technology or any new medicine which is coming, it goes through multiple phases of trials, from the mice or rabbit to something, and then it goes through human trials, volunteer human trials, observing them for a longer period. It's not immediate side effect. It can be a 4-year, 5-year, 10-year down the side effects also. So we have to observe that, and then it comes into practice.
So when you go for hair biotech conferences, this is the kind of technology spoken about?
There are certain topics, and then there is small evolution happening on day-to-day basis.
Okay. So in 2025, the most common and effective one is hair transplants.
As of today, yes. See, it's again not only hair transplant, a combination treatment. That's what I always say. It's hair is not something which is one size fits all kind of category. You see a lot of people, nothing against anyone, but a lot of people now fill online forms, get a medicine kit which is combined with medicine, shampoos, conditioners, serums, lotions, and everything. Some mixture of allopathy, some Ayurvedic, some homeopathy, and promoted by good celebrities. So people in India for sure swear by them. And if they are saying, though they might have not even used it, but they are promoting, people use it, and then that creates an high expectation from an individual, which is not practically possible. I'll suggest go and evaluate with a doctor, understand, because every body, every biology is different. We have to customize, tailored approach. What is the deficiency? Unless you examine a scalp, unless you see the hair, unless you check the strength of the hair follicle, what is the lifestyle analysis? Everything is not evaluated. One form for everyone wouldn't work.
जहाँ पैसे वहाँ scam.
Possible. Not a scam, but it's an aggressive. See, internationally, I've been told that a lot of hospitals outside India also do a lot of things where doctors meet just for a few seconds, where you are already pre-evaluated, pre-diagnosed with it. So I guess that work ChatGPT would do much better now. But rather than when you have access to doctors, go and meet them. They'll guide you properly in a better way, and there's something which might be missed out. multiple combination of medicines would be contraindicated in few. There would be some reactions which might come, which you may miss out on a form.
My personal opinion here is that if there's anything going wrong with your body, you'll get warning signs always early.
Yes.
It could even be possibility for cancer. You'll get warning signs early.
100%.
Go to a doctor.
For anything, at least visit a doctor, have more clarity. People reading on Google, people reading on ChatGPT, it creates a more hypochondriac nature, I'll say. People start fearing about those symptoms without having them. And then they start seeing that these are symptoms already there in their body, which is not actually there.
I'm from a doctor family, and Google, I think, became big in India in 1999-ish. So I remember my parents discussing how Google has kind of become an enemy of doctors because everyone diagnoses themselves off of Google.
They
But
diagnose it, yeah.
that was 1999. In 2025, would you say ChatGPT is the new...
ChatGPT and Google or all of these AI platforms, they diagnose, they decide their treatment, they know their side effects, they just come for an approval. And mostly though they don't even know.
There are medical dangers of taking medical advice from ChatGPT.
100%. And they as a disclaimer, they would also mention that. I'm sure they must be mentioning it. Please visit a doctor.
ChatGPT says that.
Yeah, 100%. They will mention it. They have to. Because examination is one very important part in any medical condition.
Moving on. Okay, doc. This is one of the biggest Gen Z hair trends. Silk pillow cases.
Works well. I'll not say
What?
it's just a myth because of the silk satin pillowcases, it causes less friction on your scalp.
Versus a cotton.
That's
Really?
the only thing, yeah. Because it causes more friction. This will not cause friction. That's the reason people also used to suggest tying loose braids while sleeping will avoid the tanging, the pulling of the hair follicles, the breakage of the follicles. So yeah, this works in a way.
Say you're going through some kind of hair thinning phase. You're losing hair, especially when you wake up in the morning, you turn around, you see the pillow and there's hair on your pillow. What are some precautions you can take to avoid that hair loss?
That is again the genetic hair miniaturization which is happening, which is causing it. It's not because of the friction you'll see hundreds of hair on the hair. It's just protecting the hair from the external breakage. Nothing more than that.
You're saying the silk pillow trend is a healthy practice?
A healthy practice. It's not harming you and it's a healthy practice.
Okay, cool. So everyone should switch to silk pillow cases instead of
India
cotton.
preferable.
And what was the thing you said about braids? Loose braids?
Lose weight. So when your hair is people either they tie very tight braids that causes traction, alopecia, not maintaining scalp hygiene, and either tying a loose braid will not entangle the hair with the pillow or while rubbing the scalp on the pillow will just protect your hair from the damages happening.
Is there advice for parents of daughters while they're tying their braids? Because I think if you tie it very tightly, it can affect the hair back.
Yes, it for sure will affect it. I always practice it loose braids because tight will cause a traction alopecia. Oiling the hair and tying it tight will cause traction alopecia, cause a lot of odor issues, lot of collection of dust and other particles.
Choti class.
Choti class.
Just loosely. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Okay. Have you seen this clip? This went viral.
Yeah.
अब हंस क्यों रहे हो सर?
हंस नहीं रहा हूँ. I just pity people because I have been practicing transplant for 11 years at a stretch, 365 days. I've been educating every single person that it should be done by a doctor. Pure reason.
अब देख के ही समझ गए कि क्या हो रहा है?
हाँ, this is a wrong beard transplant done. That's the classical, the angle of the hair, the density. They've screwed the case in someone's face for the life.
Let's just hear what he's saying.
मेरा पूरा जिंदगी बर्बाद हो गया गाइस. आप लोग देख ही पा रहे हो मेरा बियर्ड का क्या हाल है.
सच में जिंदगी खराब हो गई या फिक्सेबल है?
फिक्स हो सकता है, हो जाएगा अगर would appreciate. I'll do it like this only, but this is something a headache, right? The follicles are put in this direction, who's weird, and that's what with the hair also happens.
The mistake here is that he's not gone to a doctor probably. He's gone
I
to a
am
random...
100% sure. I don't know. I've seen this clip, but I don't know. I've not heard about it. Who's done the procedure whatsoever? But I'm sure it's not done by doctors.
You see cases like this?
A lot of patients with hair transplants going wrong. I recently had a very elderly person whose son I operated with amazing results, and he was 65, 67. He had undergone 4 transplants. with two FUT scars, FUE. The donor was completely damaged. He came to me, do something in the donor, so I do something in the front because it's looking very bad. We could manage doing. He had luckily very healthy beard and straight hair. Okay, beard also, people don't realize, people having curly beard hair growing on the scalp will make it look very ugly. So you have to be very cautious. But he had straight hair, so we could cover it front and center. Is very much more presentable. But yeah, a lot of cases we treat. Senior doctors in my team just treat failed or else wrongly done transplants.
How often?
95% of my cases are wrongly done transplants.
Really?
Yeah. My personally, I just operate. I have a vertical known as edit by myself, by Dr. Abhishek, where I just correct the surgeries.
What's the common mistake you see in all these cases?
Till date, the law allows the procedure can be done by not a doctor, but under a doctor's supervision. It's a time-consuming, tedious procedure, so these things will happen, continue to happen. Hastening the process, doing it in 1 day, 2 day, or doing mega sessions. You've stayed bald for so many years. You want to complete everything in 1 day. Doesn't make sense. Invest some time. Let the doctor also invest some time. Let the doctor do it. Any doctor will not do such kind of thing.
So you're saying there could be clinics where instead of the doctor operating on the patient themselves, they're giving it to a technician.
Yeah.
But the technician is not skilled.
Technician may or may not be skilled, but they'll be skilled labor wise, but they'll not understand the basics of the anatomy of the hair, the direction, the angulation of the hair, what they've implanted. The only mistake here which has happened is the hair follicles extracted nicely, whatever he must be having. They put 2-3 follicles and they're growing it like this.
Okay.
If this angle was normal, simple, it would have looked much more simpler. Nice.
Okay. Little silly question, but if this guy just goes clean shaven after this.
It will still be seen. The stubble of hair would come like this only every single day.
Okay.
So we'll have to, what we can do in this corrective is extract all this again.
I kind of feel like getting a beard transplant sometimes. Should I?
Sure, you can.
So if I were to get a beard transplant, you take hair out of here?
Yeah, from the back, that's the same donor zone. Same thing will be doing it and structuring it in a very subtle way. Not making it look very dense. Doesn't look, it should follow the proper directions of the skin and everything.
How much will it hurt?
Pain is zero. I'll completely, very frankly, transparently say it's negligible. It is done under local anesthesia. Divide the sessions into it. Mild heaviness, mild discomfort would be there. You're getting something new on your body, but for a day or two, doesn't affect your daily routine other than appearance. Either it hair transplant, beard transplant, nothing.
So 2-3 days later, I'll be able to start shooting.
Shooting after a week, 10 days, appearance.
What's the deal with guys who don't get beards?
Nothing
Just
specific, no
genetic.
medical condition, just genetic. Yeah.
I don't know if you follow cricket.
Yeah.
You do?
Yes.
Okay. You're following how Abhishek and Shubman Gill are ripping it apart? Okay. So there was a photo of Abhishek and Shubman Gill that went viral recently where they were like, Kohli beard era officially over. Because these two guys are chocolate boys, clean shaven. Okay? But in the last 10-15 years, every team member had a beard. Now, as a hair doctor, did you ever look at one of those guys' beard and go like, that's a beard transplant?
Beard transplant is identifiable if not done 1% also right. So I've not seen cricketers going for beard transplants recently. I've not noticed maybe. Yeah, hair transplant I can say almost everyone, but beard no.
Without naming the celebrity, are there famous Bollywood actors who've done beard transplants?
Yes.
देख के ही पता चलता
पता चल जाता है वो जिसको जेनेटिकली नहीं है और अचानक से आएगी तो भी पता चल जाएगा.
अचानक से आई है. That's the
It can be a camouflage technique also, but yeah.
Okay, moving on. ये जो हेयर कलर कर रहा है, बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे हेयर कलर्स कर
मत कर लो, प्लीज मत करो.
क्यों नहीं?
See, this is a multiple color. First color itself is damaging your hair. He's too young right now. He's having a very healthy hair. Eventually, he's damaging it. Now, for such multiple colors, they'll have to go for a coloring, then bleaching, reversing it back, then again putting another color. You're damaging your hair follicles. Have some kind of empathy towards them and avoid doing such things.
But you're saying that when he's colored his hair this way, he's damaged it.
100%.
But once it grows out, will it still be damaged?
Eventually, you're damaging. It's a process. See, as we mentioned, smoking alcohol, you smoke 1 cigarette, it's not going to damage. But if you smoke 10 cigarettes for 10 years, it's going to shortly damage. Similarly,
If this cute boy was sitting in front of you, what would you tell him?
I would sit, explain him, scare him what can be the future, so that he stops doing that.
Do you see a lot of hair coloring cases now in your industry as a hair doc?
Hair coloring, see, mostly people are now more going with the trend of salt and pepper. So people who need to color, they are happy with gray and black. But at this young generation, these will come directly when they've lost everything.
And this happens. If you keep coloring your hair, you will lose all your hair.
1% you are safe. If you have very, very strong genetics, nothing affects. But yeah.
What's the hair coloring guideline for women? Because at least with a lot of urban women in India, I think almost everyone colors their hair.
See, you need to. I will not ask them not to do it, but try using something which is safer, doesn't causes dermatitis, like chemicals, preservatives like formaldehyde or paraphenylene diamine. These are chemicals in the dyes which may cause dermatitis, which may damage the hair follicle.
So you turn the box around and you look for this.
There are safer options available which may not last as long as the other colors, but yeah.
Like mehendi.
Mehendi is also adulterated most of the places.
Oh, really?
So I would suggest go for a good brand, good color, no ammonia, no PPD. All these are there, but look for better options,
Okay.
safer options.
Is it better to get your hair colored at a salon or at home?
Wherever you are comfortable, not to use harsh chemicals. In a good salon and a good person, you know what they're using. That's okay. If
Okay.
package is something else and internally it's something else, that also happens. So that shouldn't happen.
I think once you get your hair colored, you're also supposed to use a specific kind of shampoo, if I'm not mistaken.
Protecting the color, there are shampoos available which will not strip off the color fast, so that the color would last for a longer period. And because of the color and chemicals, it makes your hair dry and rough. So just to smoothing the hair.
But hair color done right looks amazing.
Yeah. Once in a while is okay, but chemicals, external damage should be avoided.
So the trick is low frequency hair coloring.
Low frequency.
Okay. You're saying salt and pepper has become a thing.
Yeah. It looks nice also.
It adds that what? I'm waiting for my hair
A
to
lot
grow.
of validation also, no? Because you start graying, you see a more experienced person is there.
This year my hair started graying. For real though.
Very nice.
Like I'm suddenly waking up, I'm seeing grey hair.
Early graying can be because of stress and deficiencies, which can't be reversed. But yeah,
What's a normal age for graying to begin?
there's no normal age. Again, it is all multifactorial. People with thyroid and B12 deficiencies will start graying faster. Stress is one of the major factors. Poor nutrition is one of the major factors. But once it starts graying, you can only delay the process of graying. You cannot reverse it.
What does that mean?
Once your hair is gray, people feel I come across some miracle medicines to reverse your graying, which is not possible. You can slow down the process of graying, you can delay the process of graying, but not reverse it back.
Is it true that if you pluck a grey hair, two grow in its place?
No.
That's a myth.
The only thing is you are finally damaging your follicle. Multiple times you prick the gray hair, you'll damage it completely.
As in it won't grow only?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you grow it once, two aren't going to grow?
No,
Nothing's going to grow.
nothing will grow.
Okay, cool. So say for a guy like me, I'm 32, my work is on screen. And if I start graying a lot, I might want to color my hair eventually.
You can, but once you start noticing it, get a checkup done. If there is any deficiencies which can be controlled, if you can set your nutrition right, which will help, for sure it will help.
Okay. Say if you're doing a hair transplant of someone with grey hair, does your game plan change?
Only thing is when we do so hair transplant as a procedure is a 2-part procedure. Just to cut it down short, because we've explained it previously, we do extraction from the back and implant the front. When we are extracting, we normally shave off the head or else make it to size 0. So when they are completely gray hair, it is not visible. So we have to just apply a hair color on the scalp when we are extracting it. That's it. That's the only difference. Otherwise, it's gray hair grows faster. There's less melanocytes. I guess there's less damage. It comes out very nice.
Okay. You like coffee?
I drink a lot, but yeah.
Does it affect hair health, skin health, coffee and tea?
Not really. There are multiple other things to affect your hair and health. In limit, in controlled dosages. Okay.
Yeah.
Like 1-2 cups is completely okay.
Yeah. Objectively speaking, which country do you think has the best hair?
Wow, nice question. I keep seeing countries where there is no good hair so that I can start working over there.
Which country has the worst hair?
Every metro city in India also, or else other than that, I've been seeing patients very frequently in Dubai. Everyone has same problem: harsh water, high mineral content, losing faster. It's not the water only, it's again genetically predisposed, but accelerates the process. The person who's shifting from India to Dubai will see a difference.
Yeah, I hear this a lot. They talk about the Gulf like this for whatever reason. What's the biological logic?
Hard water, high mineral content water can be the only reason which causes it more rough, more dry, and accelerates the process of thinning. Nothing more than that.
Okay, so this happens if you're moving to the Gulf.
Yes, a lot. This is what we've seen a lot.
Really? Okay. Because I know a lot of people who are moving to the Gulf. So what do you do?
You can use some filters, you can protect your hair, try maintaining the nutrition, everything else. That's it.
But then you're still going to wash your hair with hard water.
Yeah, so there are filters available which can smoothen a bit the hard water, soften the water a bit. But yeah,
Basically, buy those
shower caps and filters.
That's it.
That's it. Or else, I know a few people who wash their hair with Bisleri water.
Really?
Yeah, people are obsessed with it. People can do anything. They go to any extent.
Wash the hair with Bisleri water.
Yeah.
Okay. क्या होता है hard water, soft water?
Hard water is just high mineral content water. So it's more harsh on your scalp and hair.
Okay. More salts, more minerals, all that. And then that settles on your scalp.
And causes damage.
Is it true that in India also, outside of tier 1 cities, which is, and will be the main tier 1 cities, Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, Chennai, Kolkata. Outside of these cities, there's mostly hard water.
Possibly, yeah.
Because I hear this a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tier 2, tier 3 cities will have more hard water.
You know, I think unfortunately, our country will be quite highly ranked when it comes to this hair problem situation.
Every country across the globe right now, hair situations or hair concerns are increasing. Huge numbers.
For the same reason, lifestyle, stress, vagera.
Same. Every health condition, I'll say. I was just trying to read something. Every health condition, they've changed the entire, as I mentioned, about the heart conditions, about young diabetes, about everything. It's all because of the lifestyle, I feel. There's nothing else which has changed.
Every doctor I've spoken to on this podcast, all of them say that all the possible medical problems you hear about, in almost all cases, especially when it comes to lifestyle disease, is because our lifestyles in these cities is shit. Yeah. Like, even if you're fit, even if you're eating clean, you're still breathing the same dirty air.
Yes. For sure.
And that's true for Mumbai, Delhi, Bangalore, everywhere. Okay? So, with a lot of people my age, there is a growing trend of wanting to leave and go to the hills or Goa.
100%.
Right?
Anywhere where you feel where there is more life to yourself, I'll say yes. Because here, pollution, the kind of stress, the kind of travel time, what you take, some point of time it irritates a lot. Like I stay here for 15 days in Dubai. I save 4 hours for myself in Dubai just by not traveling. It's 5 minutes from me for the clinic to house, and over here, even it's just 7-8 kilometers, it takes 1.5, 2 hours, continuous stressful traffic. The environment is polluted, highly polluted. This is a fact, and that's what one of the major factors what we start seeing the early health problems. For pollution is one of the major factors.
Do you think about your next 25 years from a health perspective?
100% I do, and that's the reason I've started working on that more cleaner diet, good sleep, exercising some way, running away from pollution.
Yeah. You know, this is what I like about younger doctors. You're 80s born. Yeah. All my 80s born doctor friends are fitness oriented. I usually, for whatever reason, in the previous generations, I see a mix and match. There's some who are, there's many who aren't. But 80s born very fitness oriented, because I just think that, again, fitness culture is increased.
Fitness culture, awareness is increased, and the fear is always there.
You know, I hate saying this, but I think on a mass scale, we're going to see a lifestyle disease epidemic in 10 years' time, the way things are going.
We're already seeing, I guess.
We're already seeing it? Yeah. Why do you say so?
Every health condition, you start seeing a lot of people in their earlys facing this.
Okay. Back to hair. Moving on. Yahan kya ho raha hai?
Again, same advice. Don't damage it. You're blessed with good hair. Don't damage it. This is purely because graying, they need to bleach the hair, color it, bleach it, redo it. So many chemicals.
Is there like a different level of damage caused by a different color?
So for such kind of coloring, what I believe, they'll have to color their hair to an extent. Then they'll have to bleach it to make it white and then color it on that. So it's a multiple layers of colors which are damaging, and for sure
So the main body of the hair, the shaft of the hair, is basically getting burnt to
burnt.
some degree,
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Like if you
The
do this.
protein is damaged, the shaft cuticle is damaged, everything is damaged.
Does the follicle get damaged in this?
So eventually, see, the entire body is getting damaged, then the new hair starts growing. But if you keep repeatedly doing it, you're damaging it over a period of time and it thins out.
Okay, moving on. Okay, so this is a new trend. It's a trend in India now. These are the dreadlocks, and you actually see this a lot in पहाड़ी इलाके.
Yes, yes.
तो कोई ऐसे गाइडलाइंस है अगर किसी को dreadlocks कराने हैं, आप एज अ हेयर डॉक्टर क्या कहोगे उन्हें?
Don't do it.
Oh really?
Yeah.
क्यों?
First, it's causing a lot of traction, which may cause alopecia, traction alopecia.
What
we
is
say,
traction?
because of the pressure, you'll start weakening the hair follicles.
I believe, and I might be wrong, but I think the way you can get dreadlocks with Indian hair is you grow it out and then you harshly comb it or something. I think that's the procedure.
I have zero idea about how it's done, but I would not suggest this to anyone because for a longer period, if you're keeping your hair pulled for a longer period, it is going to cause a lot of traction alopecia. Second is the scalp hygiene cannot be maintained. There'll be a lot of oil, dirt, microorganisms built under it, causing a lot of dandruff, the odor, the hygiene conditions. Nothing is maintained. Once in a while for a styling thing, it's okay, but cannot be kept for a long period.
ये जो जुइयाँ होती है, जुई क्या कहते हैं, लाइस.
Lice.
लाइस का प्रॉब्लम होता क्यों है?
So it's an infection, it's an infestation because of the pediculosis organisms, which causes, and then it keeps multiplying, and it's very contagious. It spreads fast. So treatment also, if someone, a family member is facing that, the treatment needs to be taken care. Treatment needs to be done to all the family members. A lot of hygiene conditions need to be maintained. So yeah,
तो एक दुनिया फॉर्म हो रही है आपके स्कैल्प पे, right?
it's a task.
But what is it?
It's repeated.
It's a sign of a lack of hygiene,
Lack of hygiene for sure, directly.
which means what? Like they're not washing it often.
They're not washing it off and they got it acquired from an unhygienic condition from someone because it's very contagious. If you move around with people who's having that, you'll get it acquired very fast.
Like the lice jump from one person's scalp to another.
In layman's term, yes.
What do the lice do on your scalp?
They don't do anything. They enjoy the environment and they multiply.
They enjoy the environment.
And they multiply.
Huh?
That's a good
Khoon
feeding.
chooste
That's a
ho.
khoon chooste. Not khoon chooste, but kind of.
What do they eat?
Microorganisms.
The microorganisms on your
the
scalp.
Skin.
And so we don't know it yet, but every time we're having a bath, we're just maintaining that balance. Right? That's the point of having a bath. Do you ever meet anyone who doesn't have a bath for really long?
Not around me, for sure.
Okay. But there is this trend of not washing your hair nowadays.
Anything which is good, there will be for trending, people come with something which is opposite that. So that they go viral. That's what I've been noticing. Something rightly said, then to prove that wrong makes a trend.
Like for example?
There was this trend because I monitor my sugar a lot. So there was a trend when you have a pizza, your sugar spike is there. When you have a pizza with a beer, your sugar spike is not there. That's a wrong thing because it's shutting down your liver to act. That's the reason your sugar spikes are not coming. But yeah.
Wow. Real generation. Okay. Speaking about trends, this is not a trend, but it's kind of like a long-term Indian home remedy. बालों में दही.
See, curd itself has a lot of probiotics, protein, but for any home remedy, they feel they cannot get absorbed in your body as a nutrition, right? It is just giving you that softer feel, moisturizes your hair temporarily. But the probiotics, the proteins, not going to help you in your hair. For instance, dahi ho gaya, egg yolk, amla, or beer shampoos. All these things are they're not getting absorbed. Beer shampoos will give you a voluminous, shiny look because it contains protein from the barley, but it's not getting absorbed. It is eventually damaging your hair because it will cause dry alcohol, causes dryness and frizziness on your hair. Eventually.
You wouldn't recommend beer shampoos?
No, I will not.
Wow. And you're one of India's top hair doctors saying no beer shampoos. Okay.
Beer is good to drink only. Not to waste otherwise.
Okay. What is a home remedy that you would actually do on your own hair as a hair doc?
See, home remedy, again, I would just want the basics. Keep your scalp clean and have a good nutrition lifestyle. That's the basic which is expected for anything you wish.
So all of these things, curd, egg.
Again, these are all external sources. With diet, it will help. With amla will have vitamin C, antioxidants. Egg will have biotin, protein. Internally, it will benefit for sure. All these things internally work well as a good nutrition.
Okay.
Onion, garlic, very harsh for your skin.
Harsh for your skin.
Yeah, garlic is very, very harsh for your skin, and onion may have some anti-inflammatory or antimicrobial properties, but because of the sulfur allicin content, but not helps you in regrowth or control hair loss or thinning.
So, I see this trend a lot where every year or two, there's a new super ingredient for hair. At one point, it
Trends,
was aloe vera. At another point, it was
rosemary,
onions.
aloe vera, all these affect in a way. So in a way, supportive way, ठीक है, but not the daily things like onion, garlic you should be trying, because I've seen patients with very bad dermatitis conditions, inflamed scalp, a lot of things. A lot of news also had come, some random oil application caused a lot of eye damage. A lot of people were hospitalized somewhere.
Okay. So all these onion, aloe vera, rosemary based products are actually marketing gimmicks.
Actually, marketing units, they may give some kind of support to your hair quality, texture, moisturize, everything. Not in regrowth, not in controlling hair thinning, hair fall.
Okay. You still value lifestyle factors way more.
Any day.
I almost feel like with all these like bathing products, after a point in life, it just becomes a lifestyle factor. Like, it feels nice to have bath and beer.
Yeah.
You know?
One should try.
Okay. My consumer logic is that I would probably purchase one of these onion or aloe vera or rosemary for my bathing experience, but maybe not for the sake of my hair.
Yeah,
For the sake of my hair, I'd come to Dr. Pilani.
for sure. Dr. Pilani, or else just basics should be clear and you'll enjoy a head full of hair for a very long period. You can do that. That's what people feel. It's in my genetics. I've seen that in my family. I will be facing it. No. You can control it, delay it for sure.
Okay. Is there any scientifically backed way to grow your beard out faster?
Scientifically backed, I'll say what we apply on scalp, topical minoxidil. So I'll give you a fun fact. Topical minoxidil has a side effect of growing excessive hair on face. And
More than scalp.
more than required on your face, majorly for female clients. Why is that? Because when they apply and sleep over, they rub a lot of minoxidil on the pillow cover. That gets rubbed on your face. That causes excessive hair growth. So yeah, that can be used as a positive sign. Someone can try for a topical application. Just because it improves the blood circulation on the particular area and your body is full of hair, it will give some more support to your hair and grow a bit thicker.
But you need to do this under medical supervision?
Any medicine application, applying or taking orally should be done under a medical supervision, guided by a doctor.
Okay.
This was just a fun fact, but yeah, need to be taken by a doctor.
So your input is do not use minoxidil yourself.
Topical, still given a chance where people don't have time and they want to. Who should be using is more important. Understand your skin, understand the sensitivity, because minoxidil solution majorly are alcohol based. It may cause dryness, it may cause dermatitis, it may cause irritation. Get it checked by a doctor. If you feel so, you can try it.
Okay. How do you know if it will affect you? You put it once and you see.
You'll get an idea. If you have a sensitive skin, people have a lot of case of seborrheic dermatitis, a lot of dandruff issues, and they'll have inflammation on the beard area also. So you can identify and you can say, and if it's causing any kind of warning signs, giving you warning signs, discontinue that.
Okay, I want your opinion as an MD dermat here. A few years ago, because of Kohli and the Indian cricket team, there was a big beard trend in India, and brands came out of that beard trend who said that, oh, here's your beard growth solution, here's XYZ for beard. Is all that also just marketing?
See, it's a feel good factor. There are beard styling products, and there are companies claiming helps you in beard growth. So nothing scientifically, there's no medicine which is causing your beard growth. As I mentioned, minoxidil will improve blood circulation. Some alternative compounds will help. But majorly the companies which came out was a beard styling products. Maintain beard hygiene, uh, beard perfumes, styling gels, small combs for beard. All these things were there. Beard coloring agents.
I'd once heard a fragrance influencer, like he's an expert on perfumes. He said that he sprays one spray of perfume on his scalp as well, because the scalp retains the smell.
Hair perfumes are available now.
But does that damage your scalp?
No, if made properly and if it's a proper perfume which is not causing much, which doesn't have much of your chemicals, it will not damage that much.
You know, some time ago we were talking about hygiene. I think the peak of hygiene is using a good fragrance. But do fragrances harm your skin?
Yes, there is a possibility. There can be a reaction on the skin. Fragrances, finally, these are all fragrances or parabens or formaldehyde containing compounds. All these can cause irritation, dermatitis, itching, aggravation of dandruff, all these things. So you have to suit your some product needs to suit your skin and scalp to use it regularly.
So the way to notice it is that if you spray it, if it burns, that means
Burns,
it's
it
not.
causes irritation, causes itching, just discontinue it.
Okay. Doc, we are at the climax of this episode. We've actually covered hair transplants in detail on the last episode of the show. But I would still love for you to do a bit of a recap, not just with hair transplants, but with hair thinning in general. I think that's the theme of today's episode.
Right.
So take us through the step-by-step process.
So, as I mentioned earlier, the cause in very short, I'll say testosterone, androgen to testosterone, testosterone to DHT, dihydrotestosterone, attaching the follicle, causing miniaturization. So, eventual process of hair thinning, and baldness. Grades of baldness, as I already discussed. Similarly, in female, it's known as a Ludwig scale, where you see a Christmas tree pattern parting from the center, thinning. Okay, but not a completely bald patch. Okay. Now, treatment-wise, I've categorized into 4 categories of treatment. One is medical, second is non-surgical, third we discuss as a transplant, and fourth is supportive. Medical available which works well, minoxidil and finasteride dutasteride. Minoxidil, topical, oral, it's a vasodilator, improves blood circulation. Orally, it has more efficacy, but there's a possibility of side effect. Water retention, palpitations, hypotension. Please get it prescribed by a doctor, get it monitored, then only take it. Finasteride, dutasteride, not that great fan, but it works well. Helps in delaying the deterioration process. Someone who's losing hair will lose over 2 years. With these medicines, may sustain for 4 to 5 years. Consider it's a lifelong obligation. The side effects, everyone knows about it, but don't Google it and have that hypochondriac towards it. Get it checked by a doctor. If you feel any side effect is there, discontinue. But it's reversible. The side effect, both are reversible. Second is non-surgical therapies. Non-surgicals are PRPs, exosomes, QR67, what I already discussed with you. Third is, so these are, I'll say, retention or strengthening therapies. Helps in strengthen, sustain more for the internal damage happening. Third is transplant for the regrowth. When you need volume where you've already balded in certain areas, crown, temples, or the entire head, transplant works well. They don't need any kind of medicinal support majorly. Last is nutritional therapy. Every individual patient needs a combination depending on the grade of baldness. Let the doctor evaluate what is the combination suitable best to you with the best outcome. Only on the last thing I'll say, cyclical nutritional therapy is something which is not that much aware about. When you're taking vitamins, considering they're taking multivitamin tablets to improvise your balance, protein, amino acids, minerals, vitamins, everything. When you take all together, you are making your vitamins compete with each other to get absorbed. Like when you're taking an iron tablet with a calcium tablet, they both will compete to get absorbed.
So what's the correct way?
I'll show you. If you're taking an iron tablet with vitamin C, it helps in absorption. Vitamin D, it is a dietary fiber. It's a fat-soluble vitamin. You need a dietary fiber to support for its absorption. And it's not required on a daily basis because these are fat-soluble. So they get absorbed. They stay in the fat. Okay. So it's there. If you overuse it, they may cause toxicity. Best way is a cyclical nutritional therapy. hypothetically take protein and amino acids for your follicular strength, iron and minerals for the oxygenation of your scalp. Then comes other vitamins, antioxidants for the hair growth and repair. So as a combination, but taken in a nice way, not to overuse it, not to overdo it, but in the right proportion and the right time.
Okay. Can we open up a tangent here?
Yeah.
Very important. Supplementation has become a very big conversational point for everyone my age. So, as a medically certified professional, you're saying that there's actually a way to supplement correctly
Right.
through food combinations.
Right.
Same page?
Same page.
Let's just begin by listing out the kind of supplements you need for healthy skin and hair in the long term. List it out first.
So everything, all proteins, vitamins, all vitamins,
A,
D,
B,
K,
C,
C, K,
K.
everything. Minerals, iron. It should come as a requirement for an individual. There is a possibility you will have sufficient vitamins in the body, sufficient levels of vitamins when you get it checked. You don't need to overuse it.
So, the first step is get a blood report.
Blood report done. Get it checked whether what is deficiency. Check your diet, how you are deficient. If you're not having good protein in your diet, that's majorly deficient in Indian people. What I've seen, I used to also be on the same page. Mostly vegetarians also. So all these things are deficient, then correct it with a supplement if you're not getting a natural resource. But plan it accordingly, get a diet consult done, and do it as much as it is required. Not taking any random tablet which has multivitamin, these many B12, C, D3, everything in combination, just overdoing it is what my opinion.
So, you can't just ask your healthy friend for his supplement stack and Xerox it into your.
To give you a conclusive statement, every body is different, every biology is different. For everything health related, get a unique identity.
First step is blood report.
Blood report.
Specifically for skin and hair, which is the supplement you highlight other than protein?
See, everything, protein, all the vitamins are necessary. Will have different roles for their different thing. D, B, everything. C, people use in serums and everything. For everything, different collagen stimulation. Iron is required because majorly Indian females will have a deficient in iron, hemoglobin. All these things are important. That's what it's a customized thing that we need to take care of.
Collagen?
Collagen is important.
It's good?
It's good.
You recommend it?
Yes, I would.
Any precautions with taking collagen?
Depends, the dosage and everything needs to be taken care. What source of collagen you're taking and where are you getting it from?
Okay.
A lot of proteins, a lot of collagen, all these adulterated materials are out there in the market.
Go for an expensive.
Go for a
quality.
good brand. I'll not say an expensive. There can be a affordable good brand with a lesser price also. But yeah.
Okay. And fish oil, something I want to highlight.
Yeah.
You recommend fish oil for
Yes,
good skin and hair?
Good.
What about for vegetarians?
Omega-3, they are available, fish oil.
I think algae derived.
derived is there.
But what is the logic of omega-3 with respect to skin and hair?
It acts as an antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. It will help in a lot of things.
Okay. Just higher quality.
A good quality will be there possible.
So please correct me if I'm wrong. A little bit of a biology conversation. This word antioxidant, it's obviously fighting some kind of oxygenation inside your body.
Oxidative stress is created in the body.
I want to talk about oxidative stress. From a very everyday perspective, and this is something I learned very late in life. But oxidative stress is one of those things that's happening to everyone, especially in cities.
Right. Because of the pollution, the toxins.
So when you're taking in pollution, that dirt is oxidized in your body.
Right.
The outcome of that is oxidative stress.
Right.
Correct? Biology. And when you eat antioxidants through your
You're
food,
just trying to manage it. Yeah.
through your supplementation, you're countering the oxidation that's happening inside your body. Therefore, you get healthy skin, healthy hair.
So this is all the pollution and the toxins which we inhale is damaging your body internally, which is reflecting on your skin and hair. And that's how we are just countering that effect by taking supplements.
Okay. In terms of antioxidants in foods, what are some great foods you can eat for the sake of better hair and
Good
skin?
nuts, good fruits, lot of good nuts and good fruits is what I would say. Some vegetables also.
Can I just
Very
run a
significant.
tiny diet input here? And then you tell me if what I'm saying is correct.
Okay.
I think it's not easy for everyone to digest raw veggies. But personally, I do a lot of raw vegetables. and I do soaked nuts every
Soaked nuts are
morning.
yeah.
Like almond, walnut.
Soaked nuts, seeds, flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, chia seeds in a right way to be used. Like chia seeds needs to be soaked before using it. Otherwise, it will cause a lot of bloating. Flax seeds, pumpkin seeds, all these are good. They have all antioxidant properties for sure, anti-inflammatory properties, and good for your body.
I'm gonna say something about myself again now. I actually get asked a lot about my skin and hair, and the truth is, I maintain it only for the sake of my profession because I have to be on camera every day.
True.
So it's literally a professional requirement for my skin and hair to look decent.
Right.
What people don't know is that in the background, I have a very boring, disciplined lifestyle. Same boring food every day. I just repeat the same diet every day. And whoever works with me knows this. The drier, more raw, more boring my food, the better my skin and hair. And I've literally seen this that if I am traveling, you're obviously not going to have home cooked food and all this boring food all the time. My skin and hair get affected. So I personally feel my guideline as a media professional who has to be on camera is that raw veggies, all the boring things that you were taught in school, eat those.
It's good, and though it may sound boring, eventually you start loving it.
Yeah.
Because you start feeling much healthier, much active.
Yeah.
When you don't have the junk food, fried foods, all these things, you have high protein diet and a good diet, you start loving it and you will enjoy that boring food for sure.
Yeah. I think you start falling in love with your own energy levels.
Right.
You're like, damn, I have way more energy levels than people my age.
True.
That's because I'm not eating McDonald's every day. You know, I'm trying to eat
Yeah,
like the
100%.
boring food. It compounds over time.
It compounds over time.
And you're 39, you're 7 years older than me. I assume that with time, this compounding becomes even stronger,
100%.
right?
Yeah.
You're also a fit guy. So, how about the other people your age who have not taken care of themselves?
They've not realized the importance yet. And let's see, people, either it comes as a realization when there is a fear, something unfortunate happens in your surroundings, or else you self-realize it over a period of time. But once you realize, I'm sure people tend to follow it eventually. It makes a difference.
What I find weird is Gen Z is also way fitter than we used to be. They're more fitness oriented, yet more lifestyle diseases. So I'm like, what's happening there, man?
See, fitter, what they are showing on the social media might be different, but again, one is diet, second is they are most of the time with their gadgets, late nights, sleep is affected, stress hormones are created, cortisol is raised. All these is a cycle. You cannot just take care of one thing and affect the other thing. It's an entire routine. I'm sure you must be following it. If you are doing yoga, you're doing exercise, you're maintaining a diet, you'll feel much better rather than you just do one thing, you don't follow anything.
Yeah, you know, one of the later in life health lessons I learned is health is different than fitness.
Yeah.
Like you can be really fit, but probably a little unhealthy.
True.
Right? But if you're really healthy, you may or may not be really fit. Like you could be really healthy on the inside. You know, like those people who live in the so-called blue zones. They're not like bodybuilders or whatever. They're not like fit. They're not athletes. And similarly, every athlete is not healthy.
True.
So the game is to chase both.
Both.
Right?
Fixed good routine takes care of everything.
So the SAR, the essence of all this is take care of your lifestyle. Correct? For the sake of your career, family, mindset.
100%. More than you getting affected, the family gets affected with your health problems.
The bonus is good skin, good hair, all this stuff.
And you enjoy. You love living the way it is.
Quality of life
Improves a lot.
Okay. Doc, before I let you go, I'll actually request you to be like an elder brother figure to especially the younger men watching this. I know for a fact that all these skin and hair podcasts are watched from a little bit of a place of fear or a place of insecurity. What do you tell people when they're going through these emotions at your clinic for both skin and hair?
See, everything I feel is correctable. There's nothing you need to be depressed about. There's no internal thing. What we are talking about, we're talking about a good skin and hair. Eat well, sleep well, have a good routine. It will reflect on your skin. You'll have, and if something is not working, still you're having a problem, come to a doctor. We have the solutions.
Okay, that's all? Okay. So turn to science and just do the good boy things. Okay. I think this was a very helpful episode. Lots of people have learned a lot. Thank you, Doc. Maza aa gaya. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Dr. Pilani. Welcome to TRS again.
Thank you so much.
Thought we'll just cover the psychological aspect of hair thinning and hair loss in general. Because I was telling your better half that this problem is way more common than it used to be even like 5 years ago.
True.
I have noticed that when skin and hair problems start happening to individuals, their hearts get affected also. Their souls get affected, their minds get affected. I would love for you to begin with a tiny introduction on yourself, and then we can head straight into this problem-solving situation.
Absolutely. So, as a founder of a Shaw clinic, as you're aware, I think with Abhishek, the major is the surgical part that he looks after. But I think for a patient's journey, when he walks into the clinic, right from counseling, understanding, like you rightly said, the psychology of a patient and the emotions that he's struggling through the hair loss phase, I think that is a very important part, and we give a lot of emphasis on that. First, understanding the insecurities, that the hair loss, and obviously from the career perspective or personal relationships, there are multiple things that do get affected in the journey. So I think my role, or my team, majorly plays a role in consulting, giving the right guidance, counseling them, and everything prior to reaching the treatment. Maybe it's a hair transplant or a surgery or reaching the operation theatre room. There is a lot that goes through, the patient's mind, and addressing that, I think, is something where we really feel you need to play a key role on. So, yeah.
I want to get something out of the way first, okay? I really like your outfit.
I had to match your vibe, so it was a must to wear something bright.
It's a very nice outfit.
Thank you.
It's looking very nice on this background.
Thank you.
Speaking of the psychological issues that people face with hair thinning, how would you describe, generally speaking, what's going on in someone's head? Because I think when people are going through hair and skin issues, they think that they're the only ones going through it. So it's important to first know that this is a common problem and there's other people going through this also.
Yes, that's true.
It is solvable also, but let's define it first.
No, definitely. I think there are different stages to it. But to start with, especially in last 10 years, I think I must have interacted for more than 15,000 patients, all age groups, men and women both. I think what comes up most commonly from them is it's back of their mind all the time. Like, it's not only when they got up in the morning, they saw in the mirror, they saw that bald patch and, that's it. No, throughout the day, in all their activities, it could be probably going for an interview or going and probably in a social gathering, or it could be a boardroom meeting or anything, basically, professional or personal. I think it keeps draining their energy, right? Because they actually, before stepping into a meeting, patients tell me I try to set my hair at least 10 times. Wherever I see a reflection, I want to check whether am I looking okay. They avoid clicking pictures. They don't want to, they kind of step back. They restrict themselves from socializing. So I think it's not a cosmetic issue. It isn't only the physical appearance which is a problem. I think it's a lot deeper and it's very emotional. And I think the ones who go through it understand it the most. Like, as outsiders, we may not realize. We feel, okay, it's just a physical thing and it can get fixed. But what they go through inside, because I think I've also seen personalities changing, right? The way you interact with people, your energy, the way you want to withdraw. So I think there are a lot of things that shift.
Before someone actually gets a hair transplant or gets their hair thinning problem fixed, how can you psychologically counsel someone? Like, what do you tell them?
So, a lot of things. To start with, what we've usually experienced when we interact with patients is they come with that whole emotional baggage, right? They've not come in front of us only with the baldness that they want to fix, but there are all of these aspects also. I think first they feel is a panic stage. Like when you see a bunch of hair on your pillow or in the drain, obviously you panic. Second, I've seen people start overthinking, right? Because first thing you do is you Google or you go on ChatGPT or, you start searching everywhere, and there's lots of information. It could be also misinformation sometimes. Then I think by the time they come in actually for the consultation, they've also been to several other places. So there are multiple clinics they've consulted, and there are a lot of people who will also advise them. So they're in a confused state. So right from panic to overthinking to being confused, I think most important is to have the right medical advice first. Firstly, calm them that this is not a problem that can't be solved, right? Because it could be genetics, it could be lifestyle, several factors. So you're not alone, and this is a common problem, firstly. And obviously it's fixable. So the right solution, the right treatment, of course it's balding, then we talk about transplant. If it's just the initial stage, then we talk about the necessary therapies. And I think all of this really gives them, at least it calms them down that, okay, we are at the right place where we can have the confidence that, okay, this is a solvable problem. I think family support is also important, because how much ever as doctors you counsel, your partner or your parents or anybody in your family, they also have to be equally supportive to this.
So say there's a young boy going through hair thinning or a young girl. What's your advice to the family members?
What I've observed is usually if it's young boys who come in, parents do come along. Now, if you have a very supportive mother or a father, they'll obviously understand, and they'll not say, oh, this is not the age to do it, try this oil, traditional things, transplant is not safe. You shouldn't discourage, I think, your kids. You should listen to what is their insecurities. And I think counseling parents is equally important, especially if it's a young boy coming to you.
Counseling parents is equally important.
Equally important, absolutely.
What about a young girl coming for hair thinning treatment?
Yes. Now, girls, obviously, they don't bald like men. But I think when it comes emotionally, girls get more affected. Because for men, somehow, or for boys, like if I'm a guy and I've seen my father, my grandfather balding, somewhere back of mine, I know that baldness is possible. And with genetics, maybe I may experience it anytime, any point in life. But for females, I think it is a little more emotional, because I think there are certain beauty standards and, the cultural expectations are. I think you kind of link it to your identity also sometimes. So for young girls, I think counseling is even more important. To an extent, there are females who say, I think I look less attractive, will I look attractive to my partner? This is also something that comes to their mind. So I think counseling females is even more important, because they go through this more silently, but more emotionally.
So after my conversation with the other Dr. Pilani, I've just figured that the root cause is lifestyle, as is the case with every single lifestyle problem. Genetics is definitely the biggest factor, but that journey towards losing all your hair can be accelerated through your lifestyle.
True.
Do you think it's the job of a doctor to psychologically coach the patient in terms of lifestyle as well? Or does that have to come from within the patient?
No, I think counseling is important, because you have to give that awareness, right? So maybe you can fix the problem by doing a transplant, but obviously if there are nutritional deficiencies, or if your sleeping patterns are not good, or there's excessive stress, cortisol levels, so you have to give the right counseling. So transplant is not just one solution. There is a lot you have to modify in your lifestyle, and hence obviously that does need some level of counseling and understanding. And it's a lifelong thing, right? Skin and hair, everybody wants to look good. And if they've invested their time, emotions and efforts over a procedure or a treatment, obviously then maintaining it and giving them the right counseling from the long-term perspective, definitely should be the thing.
I've not had a hair thinning issue, but I've had a lot of skin issues in my life, and it did affect me psychologically. Didn't get out of the house for like almost a year because of having a lot of pimples. So I assume that it kind of feels like something like that.
Definitely it does. I think skin, yes, but I think with hair, a lot of other things. So career is one aspect that we discussed. I think even early on, like relationships, or when you like if I look at a guy, especially when they come for a consultation, and if they've come up with the parents, India, unfortunately, whether we agree or no, we accept or no, but physical appearance is given a little weightage, right? And hair is one of it. Hair is not everything, but hair is one of it for
I think
sure.
all over the world.
Yeah, maybe, but like we
More
interact majorly
here.
here in India with, across all our clinics. So I think, let's say for example, there's an arranged marriage, right? I'm meeting somebody for the first time. I think the initial few minutes or few seconds, I don't know about his values, or how he is as a person, or the depth of it, or his morals, or his character, right? What I first see is the physical appearance.
This is girl perspective also.
Yeah, so whether we deny or we don't agree, or we say it's a modern world and looks don't matter, but I think the first interaction, physical appearance does come into play. Then eventually it doesn't. Like if I know somebody for years, obviously that takes a backseat. It doesn't matter, because I think the compatibility, the mutual love and respect, all of that obviously overpowers, and that matters more. But I think your first interaction, when you're meeting for the first time, I think physical appearance will play at least a certain role.
Some role in perception.
Yes, it would.
With this arranged marriage thing, I personally also feel that over time, this looks factor becomes less and less important.
No,
because
100%.
People are coming in for commitment both ways.
Obviously.
But it's like hey, why not fix this if it can be fixed and if you think it's affecting your prospects?
Yes.
So, from your experience dealing with so many patients, the real world problems of hair thinning are that they psychologically affect the person going through it. It may or may not affect their job prospects, and it likely affects their arranged marriage or relationship finding prospects.
I think both, but see what happens is when it's a hair loss, it's not just the hair that is lost. It's, I think, your overall
Personality
body
changes.
language, your personality, the way you enter the room actually, the way you actually do an eye contact. You're always nervous that that person is looking at my scalp and not
Oh
me.
God.
So there are multiple factors that keep playing in your mind. So because of that, I think your true self doesn't even come out in your first interaction. So it is, I think the personality never came out. So that's one thing. And I think with work, maybe when you are very early in your career, where you still have to prove yourself. Yes, you have those self-doubts, but I've also interacted with a lot of, brilliant, I would say professionals, maybe bankers and entrepreneurs and, engineers, all of them were very well established in their careers. So I wouldn't say they still have to prove themselves in terms of their skills or their abilities or their capabilities, but I think in today's world, somehow visibility and capabilities both are equally important because let's say you are in a leadership role where you're leading a team and you have to present yourself in front of hundreds of people. Patients do tell us, even at the age of 40s and 50s, right, where their career is already set in, that there's something that holds them back. Their energy is not the same, and they realize this more now that their hair has got fixed. And when they talk to us after the transplant, they actually realize what they were missing all these years. You connect more to yourself. I think you focus more. You're more confident. The way you dress, I think everything shifts. So it's an overall thing.
A younger version of me would have told a younger guy that, hey, have the confidence of Stone Cold Steve Austin or The Rock or Randy Orton. The older, more empathetic version of me understands that that ability to build internal confidence may not be everyone's cup of tea, and that's fine.
Yes.
Okay, but everyone's human body is based on the same biology.
Yeah.
And if that is the case, doctors are like gods. So doctors can help change your life.
True.
Any signing off notes, doctor?
I would say that I think we should be more vocal on these topics. Like for instance, a lot of people, put in their weight loss journey from how 120 they shed down and they are on 60 kgs. But a very few actually are vocal about their hair loss journey and their hair transformation journey. Though the trend is changing now. I think the more and more people are vocal about it. Like I talk about one of my patients. Only after 6 months, I realized when one of the patients came and said that, oh, I saw his video and I, got the confidence and I then went checked his Instagram page. From his first day to 365 days of his entire hair transplant journey is documented. The pain, the dressing, the bandage, the swelling, the insecurities, the results that came in. So I think the more and more you talk about it, the taboo towards it, what people have, or you'll start normalizing it more. You'll get the right direction because you have the right knowledge. You'll go seek for medical help and you wouldn't struggle within yourself. So I think hair loss should be spoken more. Hair restoration will help encourage people. And I think that is very important. So on these platforms or wherever, it's important to be vocal on this.
Yeah. So that the overall subject becomes normalized.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
For guiding younger people going through this very real situation.
Yeah.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you once again.